Hey everybody, I'm back. Um, yeah, it's been a while again, I know. Um, but after you probably read it, I'm sure you probably read about my trips to San Francisco Bay Area with my sister. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I went to me and Melissa, my sister, went to the San Francisco Bay Area for 4 days, well, 5 total. Um, Hey Brooke, hey Pat, hey Sis, hey Becky, hey Patsy, hey TJ. Um, yeah, it's been a week since we got back. It was about 9 o'clock at night when we finally got back into Omaha. Um, yeah, that was. There's words that really can't describe of how awesome it was. Wow, it was a trip of a lifetime for me, and I really couldn't have done it without Melissa with me. She was awesome. Had a lot of laughs at each other's expenses, of course. Usually, yeah. But it was fun. Lots of laughs. Got some great sibling time in. Yeah. So, yeah, just kind of want to go back over it. I don't know. Yeah, first day landed. It was just a 3 hour flight, which was supposed to be like 4 hours, but it's like ended up being like three and a half hours. So which is cool. It's like it's always nice to get on planes. Like your flight's gonna be a lot less longer than you thought it was. Which unfortunately we made that up on the trip back home. Hey Franklin. Hey TJ. Hey Matt, hey Carla. Yeah, so got to the airport. My first objective was to complete was to find a person with a lighter. But anyway, so we found our car rental van that took us to the car rental place. Got that checked out, gotten that. Navigated through the lovely streets of San Bruno. Little sketchiness here and there. Got to the hotel, which was actually really nice. It was a Super 8, but it's by Wyndham. So not only did they just make, repaint the front and all, the outside, make it look all pretty, they really went inside and really outdid themselves on that. So yeah, Super 8 by Wyndham or anything by Wyndham, check into their hotels. They're really, really nice. Hardwood floors, well, laminate floors. Nice, actually soft beds. I actually slept every night, almost all night every night. So yeah. Then one thing I really wanted to do was go to Sausalito. Not Sausalito. I mixed it up. Take the BART trip to Berkeley. Because I've never been to Berkeley, and that's kind of the center for where the hippies, or I don't know, or the hippie movement started. I don't know exactly the history. I need to know it. I should know since I went there. We got down to downtown Berkeley. We kind of picked out a restaurant that we wanted to go to. Some Louisiana kitchen, kind of sounded good. Menu looked good, and all that fun stuff. So we went there. Awesome food. Awesome food. They had some, guess what you kind of call what Cheddar's has, the fried chicken. Hey Sid, hey Amy, hey Aunt Sharon, hey Kristen. So I talked to Melissa out of that because it just said chicken breast, but I saw a lady sitting by us had it, and it looked amazing. So it's like, I'm gonna order that. And my sister and Melissa got the voodoo shrimp, and that's something she never ever would probably normally order. But it was a trip to step out of her boundaries and try stuff new. So she got the voodoo shrimp, and wow, that was amazing too. But anyway, ate there. But we took the BART there, which is the Bay Area Rapid Transit. It's kind of a subway, underground, above ground, depends on where the station is in the Bay Area. Usually it's above ground outside of San Francisco, and it's fast, and it goes along it lays on the bottom of the actual San Francisco Bay, so which is kind of interesting and scary at the same time. It goes really fast. Took us probably half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour to get there. I really wasn't paying too much attention to the time. Before the train pulled up, and I thought wasn't too sure, and asked these two ladies, is this the right one? And they said, yeah. It's like, okay, so we got on. So then they went over to the map, and it's like, oh, and they came back to us like, no, you've got the train that we wanted doesn't run weekends. So we'd have to take this one train to downtown Oakland and then transfer onto another one to get us to downtown Berkeley. So it's just cool. Luckily, they told us, otherwise be like, where the heck are we going? And then they told us, like, yeah, do the same thing coming back. It's like, okay, cool. That was really nice of them, to let us know that, hey, you've got to transfer to a different BART train at one of these two terminals. So we had that delicious lunch. That was like 4 or 5 o'clock. Finally got done. So then we got back on BART. We headed back to the hotel. Went and relaxed for a little bit, and I was getting hungry again. Melissa really wasn't hungry at all, but it's like, it's like, she told me to look for a restaurant. It's like, so we found a Mexican restaurant just a few blocks from the hotel, which actually is really, really good food, very good food. Went back to the hotel and crashed, slept, really well, which is awesome. Day 2, got up, and it's like we went to we'd already been to a couple convenience stores, and they're like just minimally stocked. I mean, not much to offer. So we went to one place and asked if they had fresh brewed iced tea for me. Like here, every convenience store that I go to at least has fresh brewed iced tea. So luckily there was a Starbucks very close by, so I went there and got my fresh brewed iced tea. So unfortunately I had to live without that for a few days, which I got used to that, I guess. So our first trip, our first destination on the second day was the Golden Gate Bridge. Very smart for us to start out first thing in the morning there. There's plenty of parking, not that many people on it, walking on it, and then a lot of bikers, bicycle riders. Quite windy, fairly cold. Wasn't too bad. Got a lot of great pictures, which I'm going to be posting all of my pictures here tonight or tomorrow or whenever I'm feeling up to it, because this is I had day 3 of my chemo and day 4, and then it'll probably take it out on me completely. But anyway, got a lot of great pictures. And I was wearing the T-shirt that Becky Stuba gave me with the Spock hand and the "May the Force be with you" on it. And the cashier at the Golden Gate store saw that. It's like, oh, you need to go check out the Yoda fountain. It's like, what? The Yoda fountain? What's that? Well, there's 2 parts to when you check out. There's like the store, and then the other side, when you first walk in, is information. Get information on the Bay Area, the bridge, and all that. Tourist stuff. Talk to the young guy And he says, yeah, there's a Yoda fountain. Not too sure exactly why it's there, but there's one. There's a small Yoda fountain. It's like, cool. You know, my Star Wars geek came out, and it's like, Yoda fountain, sweet. That'd be awesome. So we found that on the map. It's on the Presidio. So we found it in Google Maps, went there, and there's kind of a little small guard shack there, and it's like, you know, hey, we're just here to see the Yoda fountain. He says, oh, okay, let's go ahead and pull on in, park, and it's right over there. Like, okay, cool. So when we were walking up to it, there was a family, looked like a husband and wife and one or two kids. I didn't really pay attention, and we kind of chatted with them, and we said, you know, what's all here? What's all this? And she pointed to one building. She goes, yeah, that's George Lucas's personal theater. It's like, oh, really? Okay. And then behind the Yoda fountain is a lobby of some sorts. If you look inside the glass, you can see R2-D2 and Darth Vader statues, replicas. It's like, oh, okay. It's not open. It's like, oh, okay. So we walked over there, took some pictures of the Yoda fountain, me with the Yoda fountain, geeking out, of course. You know, can't resist that. Then we walked over to the windows and looked inside. You guys saw probably pictures from that. Hey, Jill. Hey, Chris. Hey, Randy. Hey, Stephanie. So I took a couple pictures through the glass. And so then on the way back to the car, it's like, you know, well, heck, I'm going to go ask the guys at the guard station, like, what is here? What's going on? What's this Yoda fountain doing here in the middle of the Presidio? And as part of Skywalker Studios, I guess they have several offices in there, and I'm not exactly sure what they have. But the lobby thing is open to the public Monday through Friday, starting around 7 a.m. Like, oh, well, guess what's on tomorrow's list? Or no. That was day 4's list. Yeah. I think it was. I don't know. Anyway. So it's like, okay, cool. We're definitely going to have to come back, you know. Yeah, that was on Tuesday's list. First thing on Tuesday. So, got that done. Then, because we ate Louisiana seafood in Berkeley, it's like most people mention, it's like, well, you're in the Bay Area, go eat some seafood. It's like, oh, well, yeah, I probably should. So we researched several places, and a lot of places looked they're a little too uptight for us. Wasn't too sure, you know. I mean, they're real nice, you know, cloth napkins, you know, sitting on tables and blah blah blah. It's like, we're in t-shirt and jeans, so I don't know if they let us in or what. But we found a place, sounded pretty cool. Finally found parking. Went up to them, it's like, you know, hey, we good to go to come inside. And it's like, well, you comfortable? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, come on in. Like, okay, cool. So I had their, I can't pronounce it, Chipino, I don't know. It's a tomato soup, basically, with lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of seafood. I kept putting my spoon down it and kept coming up with seafood. Fresh crab, fresh everything. It was just amazing. Melissa had the fish and chips, I think so was. So yeah, we were on the outside, and our view from our table was the bay. Phenomenal view, like wow. I posted that, I know. So then, before the trip, I Googled about Skywalker Ranch. It's like, okay, what's there, what's public, what's not, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, well, we decided to find out if anything's public and what we can get access to. I guess there's a retail shop, and I don't know. So we took the probably like 20, 30-mile trip to very windy roads through the mountains and the hills, all kind of the hills. And all we found was a gate with a buzzer. It's like, oh, okay, this is private. So, yeah, so turn around. I got a picture in front of the gate. Which which we posted. It's like, okay, well, I guess we found that out. You know, Skywalker Ranch, which is George Lucas's ranch in Marin County, is a private place. So then me and Melissa started to get a little drained. You know, it's like a lot of driving and just, you know, needed some caffeine. So we found a Pete's Coffee in San Anselmo, I think it was. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Sat outside and drank some coffee and got some energy. Melissa did her first espresso shot, but she won't do it again. Yeah, I guess she couldn't sleep that well that night. Hey, Joyce. And I got some Pete's Coffee K-Cups for my Keurig, which is awesome. My favorite blend from them. Then, while we're doing that, Melissa's looking at the Muir Woods tours and how to get to Muir Woods, but unfortunately, they have limited parking, and I guess it was booked up already. You couldn't drive up there and park. So it's like, really? But there was tour buses that leave from a certain area to go to Muir Woods. So we had some time. We had like an hour and a half to kill. So one of the places on the list was at least check out the outside of the Palace of Fine Arts. Beautiful architecture. Absolutely, yeah. The whole outside of it, just phenomenally beautiful. I got some good pictures. Melissa grabbed her really good camera, and she got lots and lots of great pictures. Yeah, unfortunately, didn't have time to go inside, check it out. Maybe if I ever go back, I will. Then we still had some time for a quick photo shoot, jump out and shoot picture thing, whatever you want to call it. Was the Mrs. Doubtfire house. So we found that. There was a couple girls there, like college-age girls that were there getting their pictures taken, and Melissa helped them give them a couple selfies. And I got my selfie there, of course. So that was kind of cool, you know, Mrs. Doubtfire house. Then we went and found the location for the bus for the Muir Woods transport. Went up there, gorgeous, serene, except for all the little screaming kids, especially the one there at the end, huh, Melissa? Oh my gosh, that was like for overreacting. That kid gets an Oscar. Wow. I can't remember what all the child was saying, but we were sitting there waiting for the bus to leave, and the mother and the child just like the look in their eyes was just, I don't know, they're embarrassed, and I don't think they knew what to do with themselves with the child. It's kind of funny, but yeah, feel sorry for them. But anyway, that was quite the experience, to say the least. But yeah, beautiful. When the kids weren't screaming, serene, gorgeous woods. Yeah, awesome. Then I mentioned before of taking Melissa to a Japanese restaurant and having her try something. I knew that if they served it, she would eat it and she'd like it. There's chicken katsu. It's a chicken breast, deep fat fried in panko breadcrumbs. Very yummy, very, very yummy. She actually liked it. Not all the options on her plate, but she ate it and she liked it. Then that was kind of connected to parking garage and shops above that, and then there's a convenience store in the corner, which I had been to like 25 years ago, and went in and grabbed a couple drinks that I had loved when I was in Japan that I found. I posted a picture about that too. Unfortunately, we got there like 5 minutes before the store closed, so we didn't have much time, but I got a couple drinks. Melissa got a couple drinks. which apparently were extremely way too sweet for her. Apparently the Japanese love the very sweet melon drinks. So anyway, went back to the hotel, went to bed. Day 3, got up. It's time to go to Santa Cruz. Go to the boardwalk. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, it's got. If you remember the '80s movie, The Lost Boys, a lot of that was filmed on the boardwalk. So we got there. I took several pictures. Played a couple games. I rode their wooden roller coaster, which was a lot of fun. But we first went through the haunted house. That was like the first thing to start get busy, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, and rode the thing that goes above the thing. I can't think of the sky. Anybody tell me? Sky tram, something like that. Hey Marlon. Hey Teresa. So we rode that across to the end of the park and then walked back. Melissa didn't want to go on the roller coaster, but I did. So she wanted some garlicky fries, so she got those while I rode the roller coaster. And then it was time for lunch, so we went to the Santa Cruz Wharf, which is pretty cool. Several restaurants there. Decided to get some more seafood. It was delicious. Yes, of course. You can't beat fresh seafood. No. So then Melissa wanted to drive the PCH Highway 1, which goes along the coast all the way back to San Francisco. And we decided that we were going to go to Castro Street District. So yeah, that was awesome. Finally found it. Finally got parking. Yeah. So took a couple pictures there. Hey, April Jean. And got a couple T-shirts, which was awesome. So I put it in my description. bodysf.com is where I got my 2 T-shirts. Otherwise, there wasn't too many for just regular T-shirts. Most of the shops were what we say risque. And I didn't go into because I just didn't want to feel going into some of these shops. So of course Melissa razzed the hell out of me that I didn't want to go into. It was like, it's like, you know, there's dildos and all sorts of naughty stuff. Yeah, I probably should have said that word, but that's the truth. Which is fine if you're looking for that stuff. Yeah, do what you want. Yeah, not my kind of store, I guess you call it. But anyway, so yeah, I got my 2 T-shirts, which I'm extremely happy with. Wearing the one now, of course. The staff in there were extremely friendly, very helpful, very talkative, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, if I ever get back to the Castro, I know where I'm going to go if I want some more clothes. So we headed back. That's the night we got pizza from a place. Can't think of the name of it, but very good pizza. But the staff were not very friendly at all whatsoever. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, you know, it's like, do this or this, like, get around that. It's like, okay, sorry. Reading your responses, Melissa. I've moved on. So anyway, that was it for that. Day 4, last major day. Goal was go to Church Street Cafe, my favorite place, my favorite coffee shop in San Francisco. Hasn't changed since I've been there last. Really, I had to get a cup of the house coffee. Oh, it's the best ever. Yeah. Yeah. Got a smoked salmon bagel. There we go. That was awesome. That was delicious. Perfect for what I needed. And then we wanted to, since it was still, it's still kind of early, so it's like we better get to Skywalker Studios and see what we can get into and see what we can see and get lots of pictures. We can get into the lobby. So did a lot of major geeking out, taking a lot of pictures of the replicas and you call them statues or whatever you want to call them, replicas of like Darth Vader, a black stormtrooper, R2D2, then a lot of smaller replicas like R2D2's head, some lightsabers and stuff like that, which you'll see when I post my pics. Which I'm going to post them all in one just big gallery. It's like 130 some pics. Which if you have any question on what exactly is what, I can let you know. So we did that. That was freaking awesome. So the next major stop was Fisherman's Wharf, but Lombard Street was on the way. It's a very famous street, most crookedest street in America or country. I don't know, or it's got to be the same thing, duh. But anyway, so yeah, we went down that very, 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 very slowly because of the vehicle in front of us. We would have done 60, but probably would have done a little faster than 5. So I took a video of that. Didn't take a picture at the bottom. So we got so finally found some parking at Fisherman's Wharf. Walked around there for quite a while. I was to see all the sites, going to a few stores, some things I wanted to get. Wanted to get a San Francisco magnet for my fridge. Couldn't decide on any one of them, so I finally did decide on one. Went into the Bowden sourdough bakery. Yeah, that smells so freaking good. Got me a loaf, which is phenomenal. Not much is left right now. So and then we saw that they had several boat tours of the bay, and we decided on the biggest one, which was to go out to and under and just past the Golden Gate Bridge, come back and around Alcatraz, and then kind of go by downtown San Francisco, the ferry building, and the new Oakland Bay Bridge, and then it went back around Alcatraz, which is phenomenal. That was cool as hell. So Melissa got a lot of pictures on it with her fancy camera. Hopefully she'll be posting those here soon. Hint, hint. Hey, Vanslows. Yeah, Fisherman's Wharf. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. Money and the time. It's like an hour-and-a-half boat ride. They have an automated speaker system, tells you what you're seeing, what happened, and some interesting stories and tidbits of Alcatraz and the Golden Gate and all that fun stuff. And by that time, I was starting to wear down a little bit. But I wanted to at least go see Coit Tower and get a quick pic. Maybe go up to the top. But we got there, and there was like a line of like at least 100 people, and it's like, nah. I started to wear down. I didn't want to waste my time going up, standing in line forever and then going up. I just been on the bay and I took a lot of pictures, and Melissa took a lot of pictures. So it's like, So I'll just get a selfie in front of it and take a picture of myself on the Coit Tower. So then when we went home, not home, but back to the hotel. We finally got to sleep in for a couple hours. Got to the airport, no problems. But apparently there was a storm that was near San Francisco, so we couldn't leave. That's why flight was delayed from Des Moines to San Francisco, so it was like 2 hours late. Then we got on the plane and made us sit there for like an hour, hour and a half before we could take off, and that created a backup because also there was a only one runway that was open, which is like, okay, great, geez, come on. So yeah, we got back into Omaha about over 2 hours late. Poor Eric was sitting in a lot waiting for us. But yeah, and then can't forget to mention the Adventures of Flat Kurt. Unfortunately, Kurt officially couldn't make it with us, so Melissa came up with Flat Kurt. So he had quite the adventure himself, in lieu of the real thing. So I'm sure check out Melissa's page and see all the adventures of Flat Kurt. He got to do a lot of things, but the only thing he got to eat was a salad. So poor guy. But this all couldn't have happened without two major things. One, my awesome kick-ass sister going along with me for this adventure. Love you. Yeah, it probably would have been an extremely lot more boring if I'd have done this by myself. And can't thank enough the owners of Q Street Express, the local convenience store that I go to on a regular basis. They're on the corner of 84th and Q, right there next to Pete, just a couple of doors down from Pizza Hut and the new Metro PCS store, I think it is. Owned by, their names are Frank and Sandra, not their real names, but if you walk in and ask for Frank or Sandra, or their brother Faha, that's his real name. Yeah, Frank and Sandra, yeah, they paid for my hotel, they paid for my airfare. I can't thank them enough. They helped give me a trip of a lifetime, and I totally appreciate it. Yeah, sorry, getting a little emotional, guys. But anyway, so if you're in my area, 84th, 90th, and LQ, and need something from a convenience store, Q Street Express, 8410 Q Street. Definitely got to stop in there and tell them that you know me, that you saw my trip pictures and my live video about it, and tell them what great people they are, because they're phenomenal. Yeah, Flat Kurt, or hashtag Flat Kurt, hashtag freeloader. Yeah, didn't pay for a damn thing. It's only got salad. Love you too, Eric. So, oh yeah, the latest thing that's in the works right now is well, a couple months ago when it was on sale, I bought the Ancestry.com DNA results test kit. So I'm going to find out where I came from. Find out more information. Not saying that the Sheehy family has done anything wrong, has said anything wrong, anything like that. It's just someone else may have not told the full truth, and we'll find out. Not trying to accuse them of anything like that. But I really got to know before I die of exactly what my roots are and where I come from and all that fun stuff. And for those of you who don't know, she, he, they're the ones that is my biological mother. Was a she, he, so they're my maternal biological family. There we go. And they've accepted me with welcoming arms from the very beginning when I first met them when I was 23 years old. Love that whole family, and get a lot of love in return, which I need to go back home and that home and area again and more and see some more people. But anyway, looking at my notes, yeah, that's basically it. That was my phenomenal trip. Of course, I got this orange, my accent color. Love it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Well, Ms. Brown. So yeah, check out, if you didn't got in late, I'll be uploading this to YouTube. I'll put a link in the description of my YouTube. It's bit.ly/TUCK1972. I'll put that in the links as well. And I put the Google map location for Q Street Express in case you're wondering where it is. So please, 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 if you're in the area, stop in there and buy something. They're very, very, very competitively priced to every other store around here. Usually sometimes cheaper even. So they don't have any gas, just everything else. And of course, they're the greatest people in the world. So some of the greatest people in the world. And I can't thank them enough. So anyway, so I definitely appreciate all the comments, all the likes, the loves while we were on the trip. I didn't have a lot of time to reply or anything else to anybody's comments while we were on the trip. Wanted to focus on the trip, and just like as much as I could while we were out and about, running around all around the Bay Area, which was just phenomenal. So thank you again for keeping up to date each day and each post of what we were doing. I didn't take 10,000 pictures like some people do, but I wanted to limit it to just the main points, I guess. Eating lunch here, taking a picture. I'll take one picture for each location, just to kind of make it succinct. That's the word. I don't know. You know what I mean. But anyway, getting distracted again. Yes, Mom, Dad, love you guys too. Love the whole Tucker and Hogan family. That's where I grew up, and guys made me who I am. So anyway, thanks for the continued love and support, likes, comments, thoughts and prayers. It truly does mean a whole lot to me, especially with going through chemo this week. Tears me up quite a bit. So this week and next week probably be sleeping a lot. But right now, for future plans, I'm hoping to, by the end of October, to go out to LA for at least 2 days to hopefully meet up with a couple Navy buddies and have a great time catching up. Anyway, thank you for watching. I can't think of anything else. If I do, it'll be my next live video in probably a couple weeks. Or if I get motivated, I'll be sooner. Probably not. So thank you very much for watching. Much love to everybody. A lot of you I will well, I will want to get back home to the farm area and see you in person and give you a great big hug. Thanks. Bye.